Good turnout. Okay, it is 5 o'clock, so good evening. Thank you all for being here to this first Parent University online virtual session. So I am Miss Nichols. I'm in my 12th year here teaching at the high school. I have two boys of my own, so I know how it is to be a parent during these times, and it's not easy. This presentation is going to be focused on distance learning and basically giving parents the tools to be a successful coach alongside their students as they go through distance learning at the high school this year. I want to express my gratitude to Ms. Casas for this opportunity and all of your help and support. So while I cannot be presenting and chatting at the same time, she will be looking at it if you have any quick questions that you want to ask in that moment. You're also definitely more than welcome to reach out to me anytime, and I'll stay at the end for questions, and I share my email, and I will get this information to you in as many ways as I possibly can. So let's start. Before we begin, just quick little reflection. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. And the reason I chose this quote was because there have been many instances where, from a mom perspective or a teacher perspective, or even I did a graduate program that was all online. So I know all of the students' perspectives too. Never throw in the towel and never give up. Just give it one more shot and it might turn out differently. Today we're going to talk about ways to get involved, how to establish a healthy routine, the value of attendance and how different it looks different from a distance learning format. And then communication is key. And I'll give you guys some tools on how to reach out to the staff, to the teachers, and the school, and different tips for your students reaching out to us as well. So as we begin, the first one is how to get involved. And here's all these happy hay balers, field trips, getting their by Literacy awards here, and then up here just jumping with enthusiasm. So how can we jump right into our child's education? So one thing that is an experiment on my behalf is I created a Parent University class. And the reason that I did this is because I wanted you to see what it looks like from a student's perspective to be in a Google Classroom. Now, if this fails and you enter in that code and it says you need a high school account to join this classroom, then I will find a different way to get this information to you. I also have a YouTube that I'll post this video on as well. So the two main things is joining this Parent University class. You're going to be clicking on an icon and these little 9 dots that you see when you're signed into a Google account. You click on it and then you choose this chalkboard icon. So this is the Google Classroom picture. And so when you choose this picture, something's going to pop up with a plus sign. And you choose the plus sign and you enter in this code. This is the process that our students go through for joining the Google Classrooms. So they're familiar with those plus signs and putting in these codes. And that's the code to the class that I just created and posted these materials on. The main important one is that you are a guardian in your child's Google Classroom. So we're going to talk about that today. And once you're added as a guardian in all of their Google Classrooms, it's very, very helpful because you'll see all of the different posts that the teachers make and you'll know what's going on in their class. So here's my little experiment here, Parent University. Okay, I'm gonna walk you through what it looks like. Go down memory lane of what your son or daughter does every day. So on the left, you'll see a calendar. This is where they have upcoming deadlines, and it says no work due soon here, but if I did have an assignment, for instance, it would say Friday you have this due. Now up at the top, you're going to see these different icons: stream, classwork, people, and grades. And so they're going to organize all of their assignments into topics underneath classwork. This is important. Some students only look at announcements in the beginning and they need to get used to looking at classwork. But the stream is also important because announcements tell you like what you need before you arrive to class. So students have been trained by now to look in both places. I just want to show you guys really quickly, people, your child's teacher can easily invite you as a guardian to their classroom as long as you have your email connected to the school. So you can check that if it's in Aries. If it's connected, then all the teacher has to do is just click a button that says invite as guardian. And then lastly, I said down here at the stream, this is where teachers post announcements related to class. Okay, so let's review. If an assignment deadline is coming up, it's here on the left. All of the assignments are in classwork, organized into topics. Your child's teacher can easily invite you as a guardian underneath this tab right here, people. And then right here on the front home page is where you're going to see announcements related to class. The second program that we use, and I'm sure you're familiar with, is Aries. So if you're just finding this for the first time, there's two places that you can look. When you're at our school homepage, you can click on academics on the left. You'll see this little caret, and you'll choose Aries, the second choice. It's the same exact page if you click at the top left. Okay, and so then once you choose Aries and you have your parent login established by choosing Parent Portal, and if that is yet to be established, please take a look at these links, Parent Portal Student Connection Form and the online demo. And then you would just simply log in by clicking there. And the main reason that you want to check Aries is because teachers will be grading frequently since they're 6-week courses. So let's get into that. So grades are letter grades this year. They're not pass-fail. They affect the GPA. And so it's really important for students to stay on top of their studies. It's very easy to get behind when you have 6 weeks of all of the semester content. So it's very quick-paced learning. It's important to communicate when they have questions. That's something that we're finding as teachers is difficult, is getting the students to ask questions and communicate. Some feel comfortable through email instead of in the Zoom class, and that's fine. But let's continue to train our students on emailing and all forms of communication because we are here to help them. And it's difficult in this distance learning environment for teachers too. So communication is key for everyone. Additional resources, I just want to point out, they're all on the homepage. We have a distance learning website, and when you go to this distance learning website, you'll see all kinds of really important information and announcements. And this one is particularly important. So you have tech resources for students and parents. So I was going to show you guys this in a couple slides. So please utilize that. This is a link to Parent and Youth Helpline, which is also really important that we have all of these different resources available to us, times of crisis and need. And then here's our Baylor Wellness website with tons of fabulous information about wellness for students, families alike. And if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, right, or middle here, students can even set up an appointment to have some one-on-one support. So they just fill out that chat, look at all of those hotlines right there. Really, really virtual wellness center, really wonderful resource to check out. So I wanted to share it with you guys tonight. You will have all of these active links once you have this presentation, which I am sharing. Wellness, so this is for our families. I just gave you a little quick tour of that website. So what have we done so far? We've gotten to know Google Classroom and Aries, and then some of the school resources. There's two big topics that I have yet to go over. The first one is healthy routine, and then the second one is attendance. And if you are just now popping on, don't worry about it. I videotaped the first topic, and all these videos will be made available.